we're going to see how this works. I am live in the field at US-2195, and we are on mobile data. So let's see how this goes. I'm about to play FT8. We're going to do CQ POTA W1RCP. And it appears that we are live with transmission. So we'll see how this goes. I'm on 20 meter FT8 right now. We'll start off with that. And we will go ahead and switch over to that screen right there, and we've got some callers. So first up on the list is KA9OUT. And now I'm going to get spotted. So while that's doing, so that is not good. So I'm going to also start recording because apparently there's no data getting sent to, oh, I know what the deal is. Let's turn off the VPN. That will slow things down substantially. Okay, so we made our first contact with KA9OUT. And unfortunately, WSJTX is not communicating with my logger. So let's see, KI4DRA, let's go W5TRL, they're next. And I am not sure why there's no video in the live stream, but it could be that the internet just sucks out here. So we'll see what happens with that. All right, W5TRL, let's see what you got. FSZ antenna. It is called the Hiker, and it is a half wave for 40 meters and up. And it's up there pretty good ways. I found a nice tree to throw it up in. Okay, W5TRL is in the log. Let's see if we get a 73. We do. Let's go for K5WJF. And it appears that we have lost all form of communication. So video not coming through, but I'm still playing POTA. This happens every time I try to do something out in the field. You know, thanks Verizon. Not sponsored. Is not getting back with us. Oh, there we go, a -19. So he didn't have that great. 19 works as long as he gets the Roger 73. So we'll see what we can do. I could probably close some programs, maybe free up some RAM on my computer. Okay, we got the 73. Let's go Kilo 4 hiking in Hammond. Echo Mike 64. I got you a -12. Well, the live stream may turn into just a stream that we just may have to pretend it's live. This does happen when you're trying to use mobile data, and I mean, it looks good from my end. So sorry about that. So maybe there's some audio Maybe not. All right, Kilo 4, Hiking and Hammond is in the log. They gave me a -10. Oh, and I just realized I have the wrong frequency selected. I'm actually on 20 meters, so I will have to go edit in the log those particular contacts. So we will call CQ again. Uh-oh, he gave me a receive negative. You will not see this, but there is a WSJTX log because that is what's important the most. And then I will hit save, and then I will close it for just a minute. All right, so we got to send POTA, CQ POTA again. There were some other people that called, but they might have given up. Some people I don't think have the patience maybe to wait in a pile up, especially the spotting page, especially for me, can be overwhelming at times when you look at all of the people that are on there. All right, so we're going to go for KN4MBF. I'm going to go back and edit the other thing in that log really quick before that drops. So I'm going to look for the frequency that says 7.079. And I'm going to do a Control H. And I can't do it yet because I have to save this one. KN4MBF, you are in the log. I made the mistake of being on 40 meters. I do not have cat control for my radio. We're going to go next if we get the 73 from KN4MBF. Nope, sorry, got to skip you. I'm going to go for the guy that called before. You know, the computer via your mouse. It's nice to be able to interact. You know, don't let it automatically talk to people. That's not as fun. I will have to go back and edit that log later. Okay, so N8RAF gives us a +2, and you also notice it didn't automatically give him the magic. Now I'm going to set this thing just to run for just a second. This is the frequency that we're on. The 7, let me find it. Where'd it go? I'm going to do a Control H, replace all, replace. Cannot find it anymore. All right, I'm going to hit save. On my log file, I have fixed my boo-boos. Okay, so N8RAF gave us a 73. We're going to go for KF0JOE. We're going to talk to Eddie. I'm sure the video is choppy at best. Hope the audio is going. All right, KF0JOE. Now, here's the other thing. I did not set up WSJTX to interact with AC log in 3FJP's AC log. Now, this dude, we're going to get Kilo Quebec 4 Delta Tango X-ray. It's a little choppy, but not terrible. Okay, well, that works. That works for me. I'm also recording it to my laptop so I can post it again later as just a video. So we'll get to relive this moment. Oh, just cut my finger off with my can. That's fantastic. So aluminum sharp now of a vampire. All right, we got Delta Tango X-ray in the log. I don't have a field kit to fix that boo-boo. Yeah, Chris, I'm not going to make it to the Georgia POTA meetup. I was tasked with the beautiful duty of doing the homecoming dance at school. So I was actually going to be able to make it. That's the 21st, right, Chris? A4XO? I think next weekend is the weekend I have duty at work. And it's going to be all right. Listen, at home, my noise is so bad that I only decoded about 5 different stations. Out here, I don't have internet. Man, that can really slice me. That it stings bad. That must be the Mountain Dew. Okay, I saw a guy who was a Parks on the Air. Was it K3? Yeah, it was him. I wonder if we could go for a park to park if nobody comes back. Now, here's one thing that I like to do. If I see somebody that I really want to get in contact with, I'll double click them afterwards and then go ahead and set it up. But then if somebody calls me, if somebody gives me a holler, I'll adjust my, oh, dang. We're going to go for KC2RDX. Dang, KI4DRA is a plus 10. Let me go into the web settings here and adjust the stream settings. Nope, I can't adjust the stream settings to make this any better. All right, so we got KC2RDX in the log. Yeah, usually I can adjust the stream settings, but maybe because I've already hit go on this bad boy, that, because I have on poop. Hopefully that's not a dupe. Nope. Okay, so that's good. Well, I'm sorry that there's no video. A darn shame, because I'm streaming the actual screen. What if I move my phone? This is a good way. That's a good way to lose your phone right there. A really good way to lose your phone. I brought my phone up a little bit higher so that maybe that will, you know, I should move my camera over. Y'all can't see who's calling me. Well, it doesn't matter because you're, N2XWS, you're next in the log. I'm going to move my face over to the other side. Oh, we have some data for the stream now. That's fantastic. Thank you, Eddie, for, sorry I'm on 20 meters. It was the easy pickings. The bands weren't having it earlier at home. All right, so we got 20 meters, we're -15 sent, -9 received. That is the KO4 FSZ antenna. And he is a top tier channel member. If you'd like to become a channel member and you're watching along with the live stream for POTA right now, you could become a member. If you're on a phone, not as easy. Okay, so this is why I saved KC3WHU. Work your magic, Chris. Let's see if you can do it. It's funny, this morning, Chris, I got John and Diane and a third operator at a very rare Florida park. I'm gonna not say that there might have been some divine intervention in the process. Okay, this guy must have scrammed, so let's go see POTA again and see who else we can get. I plan on going to 40 later on, just to do back cleanup. so to speak, but as long as 20-meter FT8 is doing its thing, I'll stick here. If the stream dries up, and hopefully not the YouTube stream, then I might go to FT4 for a minute. I just, you know, everybody wants FT8. I'm just going to let this roll on. No, we're not. We're going to click. Okay, so the reason it's not calling the next person. Yeah, Florida's suckiest university is playing football right now. I do not have YouTube TV, so I can't watch college football. I used to watch a lot of it. I also used to fish a lot, but here I am playing Parks on the Air during football season. But I have been a Seminoles fan since I was a child. I used to live in Jacksonville, Florida, at the beaches. And if you want to know the exact location, it was in Mayport, Florida, just outside NAS Jack. No, that's not NAS Jack's, NAS Mayport. And my dad was in the Navy for 23.5 years. And so I grew up right there at the beaches of Florida. All right. I'm not going to tell you why I like this call sign. I do not know. I don't know if this call sign is a vanity call sign. And I'm not trying to offend anybody. I don't get into politics. I will talk politics if you want to, but I don't follow it. I'm not educated enough in the realm of politics to give anything decent. But just based on recent events, there it is. Sent him a -1, received a -3. Things seem to be equal here for the most part on send and receive. Now, I don't know what kind of power they're running, but I'm running 45 watts, and that's just because my Z11 Pro 2 LDG tuner, which I call the IT100, I believe, on a video that I just posted when John and Diane, KQ4 DTX is coming back for seconds. Pretty sure KQ4 DTX has already got that right 73. KQ4 DTX. Yep, so they must have forgot. Hey, you know, there is a... Oh, Lord Almighty, I'm not even spotted. Has anybody spotted me? That's why they're coming back for more. Let me see if I can do this real quick. KQ4 DTX, you duped me, but that is okay. We are on the frequency of 14074. We are in United States, 2195. This is my 601st activation. 601st activation. So we're going to enable transmit again because I don't see anybody else. I really like to get some park to parks in there. If you're watching the stream right now, which I think there's only 3 of you, which is fine, go ahead and slap some hearts on this this live stream. And go ahead and like the video while we're at it. Go ahead and hit like on the video. Just for fun, you know. Because that's all I do this for. And KI4DRA, sorry. I don't have call first on there. Okay, so you've seen now for if the video is still going through, if you don't have call first, it's not going to automatically select whoever calls first. But in the event that I get distracted by trying to control the stream, I'm going to go, okay, so we got them now. I'm going to go ahead and select call first. Now, you also notice that my enable TX will turn off after a completed QSO. There's a reason for that. Because POTA really... I hope that's a jet. I think that's a jet. I thought I heard thunder. The weather is absolutely wonderful today. KI4DRA, you are a -07. So come on with it. I should have went for NF2L. Oh my gosh, y'all should feel that breeze. Listen, it's only about 80 degrees outside, I think, right now, 80 degrees Fahrenheit. But that breeze feels fantastic on my wet back. I am soaked because as soon as I went to set up the antenna, which the Jeep is behind me over here, all the radio stuff was already in the back. Yeah, there goes some hearts. That's what I'm talking about. The water coming off of the shelter just soaked me, even through my light jacket that's over here. That's supposed to be... All right, let's go for Yankee, Oscar. No, we clicked NFL. Okay, NFL it is. It was raining like a son of a gun. Now, right now, it's only streaming. Sprinkling. I'm streaming. It's sprinkling. I just noticed, Eddie. They cut down one of the oak trees over here. Okay, NF2L is in the log. Gotcha. He gave me a he or she. I can't assume gender because I actually don't know. They were coming in -20, and I got to receive 05. They could be QRP. But the antenna is sloped into the tree that I found over there. I mean, there's a lot. I'm right next to the lake over there. Let's enable TX again. And I want Yankee, Oscar next. We got KQ4 PTD. Yeah, the humidity, it's sticky. My glasses are sliding down my face. Hey, November 8, Tango India November. Somebody is hearting the mess out of this thing. Thank you so much for the hearts. I guess that helps somewhere. I don't know. I don't know all of the ins and outs of streaming. I just like to play radio. So we got Yankee, Oscar in the log. They gave me a -9. They're in grid. Echo November 52. That must be in the middle of the United States, perhaps. Oh, we got some other faces. We got some faces. Oh, coming out of the stream now. Okay, Kilo 4, Charlie Alpha Echo is hunting... looks like, let's go for post-traumatic distress there. What was I saying? Crap, I forgot. Anyways, Whiskey 6 Tango, I think is the Route 66. I think all of the 6s are the Route 66 event, which is along Route 66. I have noticed that some folks, you know, I just noticed, I haven't even checked my time. Is that running? Yes. So I use, my radio just made a sound I'm not used to. Dimension 4 for syncing the time. All right, so Steve says, been trying to call me from the West Coast. Do you see your stuff popping up? Now, you could rotate your vertical, Steve. And that's no joke. Now, I'm not kidding. On the Jeep, because my ATOS is on the front, I'm not on the ATOS right now, but I have legit rotated the vertical by turning the Jeep around. And it had a whole different pile up. I could change the pile up just by doing circles. All right, we got Kilo Alpha 5, Romeo Bravo Zulu. I tell you what, Steve, though, I'm going to go to 17 meters once this dries up. And that might do better to the West Coast. I'll tell you, even at home, I had a hard time trying to get FT8 to work west of my house. So it could be band conditions. Honestly, on the decode side, it should be way crazier than that. Did W8 BLR ever call me? Okay, we're going to try to get a part to part. My call Oh, wait, you're asking Steve. I hope you're not asking my call. Oh, you do have a vertical. Well, I nailed that one, didn't I? Yeah, rotate the vertical. It's actually, it's not so much rotating the vertical as for me, as much as it is rotating the, ooh, I know this call sign. WB8UBR works me a bunch. Oh no, we are in trouble now. Electromagnetic mischief has entered the room. Anything you say can and will be turned around, miscombobulated, and used against you. So just be careful. Hey there, what is up? It is good to see you in the Alpha Charlie 6 Fox Mike. I will keep an eye and an ear out. I have decode set to normal. If I go to the deep setting, sometimes bad things happen, but let's see if we can't pull you out of the noise here. All right. So far, nothing coming through from a Alpha Charlie 6 Fox Mike. The majority, it seems like the majority of what I'm getting is in the Echo Mikes and Echo Novembers and Fox Novembers. So at the rate, I got 1.8, so that's probably Ohio. 9 is probably in, I am probably hitting the Midwest and the Northeast from here. Message retracted. Working on a ground. All right, Alpha Echo 4 X-Ray Oscar. Now, Georgia Parks and Recreation, I promise that I will hook y'all up before I leave. We are all members of the Ham Radio Adventure Guide Discord, and you do not have to pay for that. He does not sponsor what I do, but we have all become pretty good friends. And so if you join us over there, it is free. It is, see, KQ4DTX was QRP. How about that? So, Philip, working on your random loop. Is that going to be a loop on the ground? A log? Oh, I should have went for Kodiak Bear. Hey, Kodiak Bear. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything to the West Coast. So let me take a look around a minute. North is approximately this way. The reason that I'm not hearing you in California is that my antenna is pointed directly at you, and it's a wire. So I actually would probably need to rotate my antenna to hear more of the West Coast, I imagine. Where is smoke coming from? I don't know if that is smoke or if that is, let me get back to what I'm doing here. Let's go for Kodiak. Dadgummit, I clicked the wrong one. 84-foot fed with a 91 trying to put different radios. Hey! That's what I just made. You must have seen some of my shorts. Vertically oriented. What? You got something at 84 feet tall? Yeah, I'm getting Midwest and North Midwest. Okay, KJ5 Hacks, you're going to have to hang on. You didn't send me a report that time. I'm going to get Kodiak into the log. I see Kodiak. I mean, that's what I call KDA India Alpha Kilo is Kodiak. That is a straight up bear. He's always, almost always hunting on digital modes, FT8, FT4. I believe he's out of Ohio. There is one sound popping through here. I don't know what that is. Oh, I just figured out what that sound was. It's RBN on my phone. Well, dadgum, Alpha Charlie 6 Fox Mike. I would love to get you in the log, but that speed change for my... Oh, boy. That was a deep cut. If you missed it earlier, I cut my finger on my Mountain Dew can doing something real stupid. And that junk is deep, and I don't have any duct tape to fix it. K2ZMM, N2UVU, N9LHP, and now we're calling KD2NF. We can't disregard your attempts, but that is par for the course. Are you receiving me on your end, Steve? That's the bigger question. Are you receiving me on your end? Now, see, they cut down the tree that I usually throw up in. Not literally throw up, but usually I would use that tree, but they cut it down, and I don't know why. Maybe it got hit by lightning. That is a possibility. Let's go for Tango Fox Whiskey. No, Chris, I am not. Hey, super glue is great. I love fixing my fingers with super glue. I tell you, as a hobbyist, though, it's funny that N8TIN Dan mentioned that. Fixing boo-boos with super glue. As a hobbyist, I do use a lot of super glue. What I need is to figure out what is the spray to use to do the instant curing on super glue. I need to okay, so you're not hearing me either. That sucks, man. We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen some way, somehow. Because super glue off-gasses that white powdery stuff. I haven't researched the exact science about why super glue does that. That's who I want. N9LHP, November 9. Oh, that's my mom's initials. LHP. How about them apples? Okay, so here's another weird one for me. I love to see names and call signs. I like to see words and call signs. So, like Kodiak. And actually, I see somebody very closely related to him. I saw an AJK just a minute ago over there. N9LHP, come on back. You were negative 16. I bet that band conditions took a dive. Guarantee you they took a dive. I am looking at the scope. Yep, they faded a pretty good bit just then. So if you were already low, there we go. You're back. Sweet. So I posted a video yesterday. It was a YouTube short. It didn't get a lot of views, but it was me messing around with, I was in front of a wall that I just happened to be, I guess, the same color as. So my hands turned into the same color as the wall. And hey, N7WFK, you're next. Also has hunted me quite a few times, but I don't think N7WFK has quite made it to the 50 mark for the operator to operator for me being an activator yet. So that list is growing the more that I get out there. And just to reiterate, this is my 601st activation. So I have knocked out 601 activations so far in my career, I guess you could say, as the POTA activator. I love being able to go out. The weather is kind of funky. This is the kind of weather that I would just lay on the couch and just go to sleep and listen to the rain pitter-pattering. My kids are old enough. One of them is 15, and he watches the 8-year-old sometimes, and they do really well when we're not around, strangely. They fight more when I'm at home. Thank you, Dan. Yeah, definitely I had a serious face going on. My wife was out of town. She's in Atlanta. She did an interview with Georgia Public Broadcasting, GPB TV, I think. But they do a podcast about education. And so she's been in Atlanta. Eddie, I don't know how you did it, but I'm going to try to knock you out real quick. KO4 NLL, you are a negative 20. Now, we got to make this work. We got to make this work. Come on with it. You know, Eddie, you would have been better off sending me your signal report first. I know that if I'm going to be really low for somebody, that I send the signal report first. Yeah, 601. You can check out, you can go look up call signs on the POTA.app website, and you can go look at other people's numbers. If you're into comparing yourself to other people, that is. The only other person that I really compare myself to is my brother. Wait, Eddie, I gotcha. I turned on that deep, the deep decode, and you are in the log. So under decode, if you do deep and enable AP, supposedly they got in trouble for this. I don't remember the rules, or they used somebody's source code and didn't give credit for it. I could be wrong right there. All right, Kilo Delta 3 Yankee, Kilo Delta 3 YouTube, you're next. Eddie just did his 701st activation. Now, the reason that he has 100 more than me is he did the Bailey Sprott last year as an activator. And he lives 10 minutes max from a nice park that not many people go to. All right, so Eddie's still sending me a receive negative 22. I'm sorry, I thought you got it. So I'm going to hook you back up in just a second. But I've noticed on the spot page the last couple days that the FT8 has been very busy. I spent hours last night chasing folks on FT8. All right, Eddie, here's your Roger 73 again. I hope you get it this time. Let's see what we can do. I have a very strong signal on top of me. That does happen. The thing about being around the 1,000 to 2,000 range is that's the peak response of most radios. And what I can do is halt my TX after this for just a second and maybe find a more clear spot on my waterfall. I do not have my waterfall shown. Oh, I want KC1 TAT and Alpha Echo 2 Tango. Yes, there is an absolutely strong station right on top of me. KC1 TAT could possibly be a park-to-park. Oh, I see. I'm losing y'all in a waterfall there. Let's. Do you hear Eddie's text? Eddie, my phone's way over there. Wait, he might be calling me. Or that was 2 texts in a row. Dang, that's bad if you can't get back. All right, we got KC1TAT. I'm pretty sure that's going to wind up being a park-to-park. I think I worked him the last couple days over my lunch break, eating my peanut butter and jelly. Now, Alpha Echo 2 Tango is the next one that I want to get. That call sign sounds very familiar to me. Yeah, sometimes you have to check the waterfall because other people don't. Alpha Echo 2 Tango. Oh, we got a 73 from Eddie. There we go. It finally came through, -20. Excellent. Sorry if you see condensation falling everywhere. The top of my cool can of Diet Mountain Dew has just as much condensation on top as there is drink in the can. The humidity and the dew point is absolutely terrible out here. Well, Steve, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We hope to catch you again sometime. Alpha Echo 6, Fox Mike, Whiskey 1, Radio Charlie Papa, 73 with the YouTube eyeball to eyeball through the internet QSO. And thanks for hanging out with us. On your way out, hit that like button. And we'll do this again sometime. So KZ8Z, I like that call sign. So 20 meters is rocking and rolling. Let me see. What can I do to share? I'm gonna give you all the current count. I'm gonna open this log in ADIF Master for just a second before I have to save another file. We've made 31 QSOs so far. And this is 32 right here. Yeah, Steve C has probably already left, but that is a good thing. You know, every once in a while, go and stop transmitting and see if there is a station that is underneath you or over you, and look for another spot that looks a little more clear. It's not always the operator's fault on the other end. I'm going to see if K5IDL come back to us. It's not always their fault. They might have picked a spot that was clear for them because they can't hear you. Propagation's a funny bird. That's an N3XLS favorite saying, with Big Bird coming in there going, propagation! And I'd say what Jesse Pinkman says is one of his famous lines, but I try to keep my channel family friendly. Alpha 2 Bravo Golf. Let's see if we can get us a park to park here. So I also did a short where I was sword fighting myself in the Goodwill, but the highlight of that was that my wife called out the fact that I am possibly very special. And I say fact to make it true, but possibly because it may not be true. When I was younger, they didn't give meds for ADD. I have adult. Eddie says, KO4 NLL says, oops, now people are calling me. Most of the time when I do FT8, it is because I'm with Eddie and we're running our rig side by side, two different antennas, and we're in the same transmit window, the same calling time. So we'd be either even or odd first. And that way we don't burn out the front ends on our radios. Okay, so now Alpha 2 Bravo Golf has called me. Now, here's the problem, and it's funny or fun or cool that I did this. See, now I can go back and work Alpha 4 Sierra again too, because I've worked him like 5 times from the house since last night. Okay, we got N3 GTY in the log, so now I'm going to go for Alpha 2 Bravo Golf to finish up that park to park. Started a thought and it just slipped my mind. Okay, WSJTX. A lot of people do parks on the air just like this. They'll name the file, they'll take the WSJTX log and they'll name it with their call sign at their park number dash and the date. So 2024-09-14. Parks on the air, when you upload, will parse the information. It will parse that information, and you don't have to have my SIG info, and you really don't even have to use SIG info unless it's a multiple park to park. But what I do is when I get home, I will open up my WSJTX log and take out, just for POTA, just for parks on the air, I will take out all of the unnecessary information. I'll take out the grid squares, the states, the signal reports, and there's probably one more thing I'm forgetting. The only thing that parks on the air really needs is your call sign, their call sign, the band that you are on. And they really need your what's called my SIG info, my_SIG_info, to know what park you're in. And they can parse that from the file name. And they need the date and the time. Those are the only things that they really need. The problem with doing things out of WSJTX for me is that I keep record of all of my parks on the air logs. I do have a master log at home. And so if I see a date and I want to go look it up, it's starting to get dark again. If I want to go look it up, like if somebody sends me a QSL card, I have to go to that log and look at the date. And then I will go to the Parks on the Air website and look at what activation I did on that date. The only ones that have been really troublesome have been those 20 and 25 park roads that Eddie and I have done. If somebody sends me a QSL card for one of those, I really have to do some digging. So on my website, w1rcp.com, I do have some stickers available for purchase. You won't have to pay any extra shipping. They're going to be sent with a forever stamp. Now, forever stamps are stupid expensive, so it does say free shipping. If you buy one, it's $1.75. If you get a group together and buy 5, it comes out to a lot cheaper, because then each one you only pay 1 shipping cost. If you order more than that or want more than that, send me a quote. If somebody wants a channel sticker, it just goes to support the gas money to get here. I had a short that I did about a week ago, and it was basically every time I leave this park, my gas tank says I'm thirsty in my Jeep. And so I always have to fill up after POTA. So while not being the causation of the reason that I need gas, it is inside of that fuel usage window. So let's see if we can go 2 calls without anybody calling. We'll go try some FT4. I think some FT4 might be fun. And does anybody else have any weekend events going on? Anything you're doing this weekend? What have you got going on? Oh my gosh, we just got a 7 that just came through. So a 7 is the Idaho area. No, Idaho. No, Idaho. So in the Idaho area, we might make a contact a little. Nope, that says Fox November. That is definitely New England. So 20 meters is still in the New England area. What are y'all doing this weekend? Who's at home just sitting there hunting some parks on the air? Who is thinking about getting out there and activating? See, I was chasing parks on the air from 8:30 until about right at noon. Yeah, my weekends are about to get busy. Fall is about to be here, so I'm going to my sister's house in South Carolina. I want this WB7. In South Carolina, we're going to do quite a bit of POTA up there, but we're also just going to chill. So I'll probably hit up a few parks here and there, probably do some QRPCW, might even do some not QRPCW. I'll be in my Jeep, so I'll have my FT891. Whiskey 1, Bravo X-Ray India, waiting to run home and hunt some POTA on CW. Amen to that. I would do CW, but the issue with me doing CW right now is I wouldn't actually be talking with the viewers. So I understand you want some CW. I have a lot of CW videos out there. So if you want to go check out some of my CW videos, they stretch back almost to the beginning. All right, we got WB. Now let's go to Kilo 5 India Delta Lima. Now I'll get you in the log. You're a +3 right now. So, Whiskey 1 Bravo X-Ray India, it says you're waiting to run home and hunt some POTA on CW. Where are you running home to? Or from? All right, K5IDL is ignoring me. That's making me sad. All right, so this might be our chance. The other thing is if you don't call CQ POTA, sometimes folks aren't going to dig through a list of decoded stations to try to find you. They'll wait till you call. Oh, see, that stinks. Yes, I did go out and play some radio this weekend. Where's Alpha Alpha 4 Sierra Sierra? Merv Burger. Alpha Alpha 2 Bravo Golf. Hey, thank you so much for tuning in. 1402. All right, so I got me another part to part. How about them apples? All right. I had some folks giggling this morning. I tried to get KO4 Florida High School, KN4 SWS, John, and I can't remember the third call sign. It wasn't one that I was familiar with, but they were on the beach on an island, and I got them on 20 meters, basically ground wave. Come on, Alpha Alpha 4 Sierra Sierra, hear me calling. We are strawong. It's not a dupe, buddy. It's not a dupe. As much as I've worked you this weekend, it's not a dupe, I promise. Okay, so BXI is saying it runs a IC. Let's see if we, Alpha Alpha 4 Sierra Sierra must not be hearing me. Let's try one more part to part. IC 705 and a mag loop inside my second floor apartment. Hey, that works. You point that thing and get it to somebody that you can hear. That they should be able to hear you pretty good with a mag loop. So, not getting these part to parts here very well. All right, we're about to go to FT4 and see what we can make happen. Kyle, did you catch my FT8 whistle? Okay, they're not having it. So let's click the magic button. I haven't updated WSJTX in a while. Let's go to FT4. Oh. $14,080. Let's see what we have in FT4 land. I am switching to FT4. 1 watt. That's 1.5 watts. That's great. Oh, I didn't make it in time. And I'm not in a clear spot to transmit, so let me move down to right there. Let's see if we can get Whiskey 3, Whiskey Delta Kilo in the log. Wait, that may not have been on FT8 or FT4. 1750. Yes, it is. 2022 is a weird number. That's a good question. What is FT1, Mom? So I just got spotted by an RBN, which means this should bring all of the hams to the yard. I don't know where Whiskey 3, Whiskey Delta Kilo went. That could have been a holdover. I don't think it was, just based on the fact that I cleared the screen of all FT8 before I came over here. But things are about to get lit. The SWR is good. The SWR is good. So we got K3NS, K3NS. Now I'm seeing on FT4, I'm seeing Cuba and possibly, I think Yankee Oscar is, I think that's South America somewhere. Chile? Is that Chile? And ON7DU is somewhere in Europe, I believe. So we're getting mixed signals here. Dang. I got a +17 from Kilo 3 November Sierra up in Fox Mike 19. Yeah, the clouds are kind of a mixed bag right now, so I guess we're good. It did rain quite well earlier. And we'll live stream as long as I have the internet on my phone. I cannot see the stream. So, because there was an error in the playback on the my control panel for YouTube. It do be like that sometimes. But we are not catching any fish over here on FT4. Why don't people use more FT4? So I'm going to give this one more call, and then I'm going to move to, well, I'll tell you what. Okay. Thank you for saying hello, Kyle, and making a comment or two. I appreciate it. Make sure you hit like on the way out, slap some hearts on the video, and we will catch you again down the log, buddy. Thank you again for your support. All right, I'm hitting the hall. Uh-oh, we got somebody. Bam! Whiskey 9, Oscar Alpha, stroke 9. Chris, I see that you tried to call me on FT4. Somebody else got you instead. All right, Whiskey 9 Oscar Alpha. You were +0 earlier. There we go. FT4. Frequency doesn't matter. It's still saying 14.076. Again, for FT4, that's not that big of a deal. Let's go KD2YIO. You may have worked me earlier. I cannot remember. Houston, we have a problem. My mouse quit work. There we go. Man, my phone is blowing up. Everybody's out playing radio today. Hello, John, K6RXD. Good to see you in the live stream. Stick around as long as you want to. There's nobody forcing anybody to stay for extended periods of time. Make a contact with me. Let's see if we can make it happen. Unfortunately, unless the 6 call sign is pretty much on the Mississippi or towards the east, it's probably not going to work. My antenna orientation is the south is this way, north is this way, and my antenna is supposedly pointing east. So there's very little RF probably hitting that direction. I'm sorry, Eddie. I should have been clicking the go. I've got you -6 right now, Eddie, on FT4 because there's not a lot of people here. I guess your weaker signal can be stronger. Oh, -10. Let's investigate. Maybe we need to go to 40 meters and hit up some more local yokels. Uh-oh, there's a 4XO, -8. Let me make sure that Eddie receives everything, and then I'm going to go ahead and lock and load you just in case. Yep, got a 73. Here it comes, Chris. This is Alpha Echo 4 X-Ray Oscar, Georgia Parks and Propagation, who's in the live chat right now. Eddie says it was easy peasy over here. All right, don't make me turn my power up and risk burning my tuner up now. I will if I have to. Here, I'll get it queued up. Oh, you got me. Received -4. Boom. Didn't have to do it. Great. So we'll get out of that screen. Having to hold my eyes open. I'm starting to get a little sleepy myself. All right. So I'm going to give this a rest. Let's go see what we can do on, let's go see if there's some DX on 15 meters. Let's see if anybody else calls me before we go. And then we're going to go see what 15 meters can do. All right, here we go. This is not changing the frequency on my radio. We're going to do 15 meter FT4. So I'm going to go band, go to 21.140, and I'm already there because the last time I used this radio. Okay, that SWR is not pretty. Do a full tune, broski. There we go. Tuned up nicely. All right, I'm checking out the waterfall to see. Oh, width. This is an FT891. If you do not widen your receive on FT891, then you will not hear everybody. So I'm listening. There is one station that I can see on FT4 on 21 megahertz. So we are going to hit CQ POTA. We are receiving. I am going to go update my spot on the Parks on the Air website. That's weird. Monitor's on over there, and now I have to hear that. So the RBN just picked me up, so I'm not even going to update that. All right, so let's see who we can pull over to FT4 on 21 megahertz. Oh, the sun just came out. That's not good. That means it's going to get sticky as it gets that little bit of rain that fell on the top of the ground to evaporate. So, if you're in the live stream tonight, it's not tonight, today, this afternoon, what y'all up to? Who's here who hasn't announced your presence yet? Let's see what you're up to on this fine Saturday. I'm going to hit refresh on the Parks on the Air website. The RBN has us on FT4 on 21.140. Excellent. So, Eddie, how is that sports score that you were watching? You got RF back in the shack on 15? Did you hit your tuner? I bet your tuner, you probably got to push your manual tune on your tuner. All right, where are my 15 meter folks? I may have to go to FT8 because folks ain't having FT4. Here, let's just call somebody. Let's see if we can get the Slovak Republic. All right, David says no conditions anymore on 15 meters. Well, you know, the sun did make a major burpee burp on Earth pretty much just before I got here. I think that coronal mass injection finally reached Earth because 15 meters did have people on it earlier. I am on FT4, so it is not as busy. FT4 is never busy. So let's go to FT8 and see mode FT8. That's going to be 21.074. Now there may not be FT4 conditions or FT8 conditions on in America, but there are definitely 13.3 not in my favor. Well, I wouldn't figure that they'd ever be in my favor this year. I have heard some horrible things about the Fox Sierra uniform team. Okay, I found me a clear spot. I gotta figure out how to turn. I can't turn the monitor off. I don't want to hear that. Let's figure this out. Monitor off. I have already been picked up by the RBN. I heard my phone go off over there. And somebody else has been spotted. Alpha, holy cow. How is that possible? Alpha Echo 4 X-Ray Oscar, I actually... If this is from what I just saw, I see you on 15 meters. How is that even possible? Okay, so we are still... Did I hide the garbage cans from my live stream so you can't see the garbage cans? Yeah, I'm about to have to go over to the garbage can and throw this can away before it blows away. I was hoping that we could work some DX into the mix today. I see November 9 India Victor is a POTA. They are a 0 on the DB scale. That is doable. So I'm going to go ahead and queue them up with a +00. I should be able to get a 73 out of Fox November Bravo. Let's see what we can do. Well, you're magic on this end, but are you hearing me is the question, Chris. I'm transmitting, well, y'all can see it. I'm transmitting right at 1564. So right smack dab in the middle. Hey, we got us a parky to parky here. Excellent. November 9er, India Victor. in the log. I'm seeing Brazil and Canada and a CT. That's probably Chile. 2E0. I'm not familiar with that prefix right off the top of my head. But let's get that call out. Let's go look back and see how my spot's doing. It said FT4. I am not on FT4. So I'm going to update that on the spot page so we can bring more hams to the yard. 21.074 FT8. Boom. All right, that should make some magic work. Hello to all the viewers that are here. I am streaming remotely here from Reed Bingham State Park, US-2195. Just playing some digital parks on the air so that I am able to chat and talk and take a break if I need it, because, you know, if I quit transmitting, no harm, no foul, I can run away. When you're on voice or CW and you just leave folks hanging, it does make me feel a lot worse. It really does. But on FT8, you can go hunt somebody else. That's the thing. Digital has 50 to 100 stations all hanging. Now we're talking. Let's go for EA7HTE. I'm picking the DX out first. So that should be Spain. You know, like I was saying, you could leave folks hanging on digital modes and they won't be as heartbroken because there's somebody else here that you can hunt. But CW, there's just one of us on frequency, usually. There have been some train wrecks. I have them on video. If you go look at some of my past YouTube videos, I've got them out there. We'll be, I say we, it's me and my key. We'll be doing our diddy-diddy-da-da thing, and you'll just hear somebody go, boop, 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 boop. Oh, there's another POTA, KB0STG. Not only has it brought the folks to the yard, it has also brought some other hams, but that is a -19. I'm probably going to leave that alone. I was hoping, with all of my stuff being spread out, that the park ranger would come find me. He found my friend Billy out here playing radio. Billy must have been sitting out in the open, Whiskey 1 Whiskey Delta Hotel. He gave him some weird power supply the other day. Bud, that's the head ranger out here, loves us ham radio guys. He usually knows when we're going to come out for those big events. And we got a 73 from the Kilo Charlie 0 unnumbered UDP, unnumbered data protocol. Is that what that is? There's TCP and UDP. That is networking jargon for those of you that love networking. AVG. We got an AVG in there. All right, Domo. That's what we're going for. Germany. D Delta Oscar 9 Mike Oscar. We are definitely working on some DX now. If y'all are at home and you're playing radio, there's Whiskey 1 India X-Ray is got a heck of a pile up. They are on the other transmit frequency, but let's go look at the spot page and see who all's over here. Yeah, they're in Yankee Springs State Recreation Area in Michigan. All right, we just worked Germany, y'all. Now we'll go with Canada. Hey, how's it going?
All right, how are you?
Pretty good. That's a purdy doggy.
Oh, thank you. I feel of the ham radio. Is it up in that tree?
Yeah, it's the antenna. We got a guest, y'all. I'm actually live streaming on YouTube right now.
All right, that's pretty cool.
Trying to work Germany. He kind of missed me on that round. Hey, Puffer Peppers. You were pretty. It's cool you actually knew what was going on.
Yeah, I've just heard of it before. I met a fella out in Enigma that does it in Berrien County.
Yep.
I've probably talked to him before.
You remember his name? Or
I don't remember his name or his call sign, whatever.
Enigma. There's only one or two out there.
Then it's them closer to Alapaha.
Wait a minute now. Alapaha, that would most like... Eddie, are you still in here? Oh, user datagram protocol. Okay. Eddie, who's the Alapaha guy? That's Greg, isn't it?
That sounds familiar.
I can't remember his call sign right off the top of my head either. We talk to him all the time. Yeah, that was Greg. That's probably Greg. He's got a river house just outside of the Alapaha River up there, so that's got to be him.
Yeah, it's got to be. I actually bought something from him off the Facebook Marketplace, and he showed me his setup and his tower he's got. It's impressive.
Now, is it at the river house or was that at his house?
At his house.
Gotcha. Yeah, they've got some nice stuff up there. There's Greg and another guy, Bobby, that they're in that Tifton area.
Okay.
They both have some nice stuff.
Okay. Well, where are you from?
I'm from here, Moultrie.
Okay.
I live over there by the hospital.
Cool. Okay.
That's where I was playing radio at home, and I said, you know what? It looks nasty outside. I'm going to go just bring everything from the house and play radio out here. I had to go to different shelters. They all had blue tags on them, but this one.
Okay.
Yep. So, and usually if I come out, if I can't find a spot, the park ranger, I'll go find him, and he'll find me a sheltered place. Sometimes he'll even let us go into some of the places where you have to really rent them and let us play in there.
Okay.
Yeah, he's pretty good about letting us get out here and play radio. He doesn't harp too much about strings being in the trees and stuff.
That's cool. Awesome.
No, not KB4SGA. No, Greg. At the Alapaha house. Maybe KB4SGA. I don't know. That's John. It's got to be Greg, by the way he's talking. What's your dog's name?
This is Mo. He's a full-blooded liver spot Dalmatian.
Hey, Mo. I haven't seen a Dalmatian in a long time. My cousin used to own a bunch of them.
Really?
And they definitely, you have to take them out for a walk.
Yeah, he likes to walk.
They are hyper little animals.
He's pretty docile. He does pretty good in the house, but he does like to walk. He broke his leg a year ago. I've been kind of getting him back ready to take him up into the mountains and do some backpacking.
Oh, nice. Lucky dog. You get to go mountain and
Yeah, he loves to do that.
get that thin air up there. Are you camping out there this weekend?
No, I'm
Just out
parked up at Ray Roberts Landing and just walking down here and walking around.
Good God Almighty. That's a heck of a walk. Was it about 4 miles?
I've done 4 3/4 now, walking all the way to the dam and back up this far. So
That's
probably another 2 miles. It's not that far. I've done it on kayak a bunch of times.
I rode my boat back there. There's a spot, though, where it's almost kayak only. When you get pretty close to the Roberts Landing, there's a spot where there's a bunch of tree limbs, and you really got to squeeze through them.
It's dicey through there, but yeah, I like kayaking. I'd like to get him on a kayak. Yeah, that'd be something.
You think you'd do a kayak, Mo?
He doesn't like water too much.
You want some pets? No, that's okay. I probably smell like my dogs too. We've got 3 inside dogs, and they are all over you when you're inside.
I got 2 roommates, and they each have a dog, so we've got 3 dogs in my house.
Sweet.
It's a lot. Anyway, pleasure to meet you. My name's Daniel.
Daniel, my name's Robbie.
Cool.
Robbie Pitts. Yep. And it's my hometown. We come out here, and usually I'm on the other side, but today all of those had the blue sign reserved, so I had to come to the Cook County side to play radio. But hey, I'm glad you stopped by and said hey and made mention, and you knew what was going on, so that's awesome.
Yeah, if you ever, Gregory, that was his name, Greg?
It's Greg Walls.
Greg Walls. Okay, well, if you ever talk to him again, tell him I said hi and tell him I'm enjoying that kayak I bought from him.
So you bought a kayak from him? Okay.
So my buddy bought an RC car from him, and he'll remember that for sure.
So an RC car and a kayak. Okay, I'll ask around, and they're usually pretty easy to get a hold of. I could probably go jump in the Jeep and pull them up right now if they're not in afternoon nap land. But I'll see who it was and tell them you said hey. Yeah. RC car or wait, you said RC car, right?
Yeah.
And a kayak.
It was a Triton 8S.
I don't know why Greg would have that. It was an older guy, right?
He was older, from Florida, ex-cop.
Oh, from Florida, ex-cop. That's not Bobby. Bobby's a banker. That might be KB4SGA. I'll find out.
Okay. Cool.
I'll tell him.
You take it easy.
I'll tell him you said, hey, y'all have fun. See you, Mo. Have a good day. Woof, woof. Well, there you go. We got us a guest today in the reels. David said earlier, no conditions on 15 meters. It is a lot slower on 15-meter FTA. FT4 was a but we did get WD4 FJF in the log. Yes, after I leave here, let's go for JDD. After I leave here and get back in the coolness of the house, I will probably crash hard. Definitely crash hard. I stayed up late last night playing radio, and of course, my kids stayed up late, too. I think my youngest stayed up. He said he went to bed at 12, but it was actually 1. But he slept till almost 11 today, so he's good and rested up. But, yeah, definitely going to be nap time. I had started to say earlier, we're talking probably, I don't know how long we've been streaming now. I have not been keeping track. Don't really care. Just I'm out here having fun. You guys are dropping by, saying hey. All right, let's go. Now let's get RBZ. RBZ called first. Sometimes, especially once the spotting page gets pretty busy, it becomes overwhelming to me to try to figure out who do I want to contact next. And so the reason that I came out here was that I actually got overwhelmed looking at the spot page, and I didn't want to take any more medication for that. So I just put it down, and I told Eddie, I was texting him. I said, I really want to go out to the park and do a live stream. I didn't live stream last night because I was just laying on the couch staring at the ceiling fan spinning around. I wasn't sleeping. I couldn't because people kept texting me and I had my phone on, and POTA spots kept going off on ham alert. And if you put me in ham alert, KC1, oh no, shoot. RBZ did not get the right 73 or Roger 73, but KC1 Tat is out there. That is absolutely going to be if it's not a park to park, I will be very surprised. There is the 73, and I'm sending a plus 15. That is a plus 15. You could probably hear them very well on voice. It's actually, I guess the weather drove most folks off. There were 20 cars over near the boat ramp, so I think somebody was having a party over there. They might have moved from the Colquitt County spot where I usually set up. All right, so Dan says that I'm an hour and a half in. Let's go back and open the log and open with ADIF master. So 54. We're at 54 QSOs in an hour and a half. It's not bad given that every QSO takes approximately a minute to complete. There was a long opportunity up in this area where nothing happened. So that was a lot of time lost. So we weren't quite back to back here. It is a rarity down here sometimes. Okay, they didn't come back. I'm going to go call CQ again. A rarity that somebody waltzes right up and knows what you're doing. N4 Jim, he goes out and he likes to attract attention, and oh man, I got sidetracked. Okay, there he is. There he is. Case J7BS. Gotcha. He actually should be out there today demonstrating a bunch of stuff. He might have already left. That was earlier today. I think I got him on CW. He was going to do some SSTV. And France, let's go. So I'm reading the allergic to mammal products due to a tick bite. I have heard of that. I've also heard that sometimes bacon, you can't eat bacon or red meat because it also causes issues. I saw it on a news program one time. We have worked Fox 8, Bravo, Fox uniform from France. They were weak, but we were strong. Boom. There we go. Peaches. Georgia Parks and Propagation has sent us some peaches. Man, I tell you what would be really nice right now would be some peach ice cream. Like, not store-bought either. We're talking made fresh at the peach stand peach ice cream. That would be really good. Same disorder, no cure. Yeah, with us being out in the field doing parks on the air, that alpha, all right, so alpha gal, is that the right letters, or is there more to it than that, or is it alpha gel? With us being out in the field, Eddie and I have been to some places. Hang on, Chris. France is having a hard time getting me back here. I do know they're in the log on my end, but they're not in the log. I'm not in their log on their end yet because they haven't received the Roger 73. Bacon once a week. Well, at least you can have bacon maybe a little bit once a week. But yeah, beef products, I can't even imagine not being able to have. Is somebody on top of me? Let's go look. Yeah, things have sped up a little bit here. I'm in a bad spot, so I'm going to send that, and then I'm going to hit halt right here and try to catch a more clear spot. This is what I look like when I'm staring at the screen. I wish there was a cure for that, because I'm just afraid, you know, Eddie and I keep trying to start this sentence. Eddie and I have been to some places that have been chocked full of ticks. And the Lone Star tick was the one that was the most plentiful that time that we went out. Yeah, dude, if a steak at least once a month for me. What is the I don't remember. I remember the lady that oh my gosh. See, I love a good hamburger, dude. I love a good hamburger. I would be absolutely miserable if I couldn't. I don't eat to survive. I don't eat to live. I live to eat. Oh, I just burped on live TV. All right, Chris, I'm going to try you one more time, and then I'm going to try to get Kilo 3 India Victor. That's a park to park, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, yep. Bam. There you go. It's the Lone Star tick is the cause. Dude. There were, I think at one point, a situation, we were on the Florida Trail and another park that the Florida Trail passed through. We're in the backwoods. And I had to do some bear commercial business in the woods. So I went and dug a small little hole. All right, Kilo 3 India Victor is in the log. I'm pretty sure that's a park to park. But I do not see them spotted anymore. So maybe that's not a park to park. But I think that there were 7 Lone Star ticks on me. When I was walking back, I looked down and I saw a dark spot on me. Yes, it was backwoods. And let's see if we can get K0JDD before I call CQ again. Eddie just stepped out of the Jeep on the dirt road after we got off of Mosquito Slap Road, and he had a tick on him, a Lone Star tick on him. So unless one more cut loose through the Jeep as we were sitting there, oh, it didn't work. I've already worked W7LDT. Here's the other thing about not having N3FJP open is you don't really know who you've worked. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to open this log again in ADIF Master and look at the last few QSOs that I've made. I did not work them, so maybe if K0JDD doesn't call me back, we are going to try. All right, I'm going to go ahead and queue it up, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, we've been to some pretty seedy places. I'm going to tell you, it was actually in, oh, there they are. It was in this park. I camped on the island. It's called Eagle Island. There's 2 videos. They're long videos. Maybe about 4 months ago, but I still have scars from whatever ate me on my legs I think on my back. Whiskey 1, Whiskey Delta Hotel, your ants have found me. There are a million ants right under my feet. Son of a gun. All right, W7LDT, I'm coming at you. I don't know where you went. Okay, we're receiving. I sent K0JDD a 73. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I live for right there. Charlie Mike 88 is West Coast. So we are starting to see some West Coastages starting to show up here. I'm going to cue that up just because this other person is not calling me back. We are getting some sex in the log. Okay. Sorry. I'm a child at times. Very, very much a child. Let's see if this works. I don't know where our 7 lander went. Dang. Hey, there's N2 PPI. I know that call sign. Yep, what'd I tell you? Hey, and KC1 TAT. It was a new park for me out of Massachusetts, too, so that's awesome. Okay, maybe K6X doesn't want anything to do with this. I tried. I tried. Impossible burgers are not bad. Hate Beyond Meat. I would like to try an Impossible Burger. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. It worked. Yes! Charlie Mike 88. I'm going to guess that is Southern California. I'm going to hit Enable TX really quick. I'm going to go to my Google Maidenhead grid map. Let's pull up the Maidenhead grid map for the United States. They gave us a 73. Fantastic. Well, you know what I'm going to do is kill my stream by accident by doing this. See, some burgers would be really good, but we're kind of on a spending freeze at the moment. Charlie, okay, let's go look. That was Charlie Mike 88. Charlie Mike is Southern. Nope. That is right in the middle. It's right on the elbow. The funny bone. It's on the funny bone. Charlie Mike 88 is the funny bone of California. AH0U. I see some campers. Now, I will be back out here again in 12 days with Alpha Echo 4. Nope. Alpha Delta 2 Charlie Delta, one of my channel members and good pals for ham radio, is coming to South Georgia to activate the park. And so we will be having some vittles and activating and just having a good old time. Eddie and I will camp out here. And so we will be doing some more activations at Reed Bingham here in the next couple weeks. It is just nice out. The breeze kind of went away. We got a 73. Let's go for Lee. Okay, we got a Delta November 13. Delta November 13 is... That is between Idaho. Actually, that may actually be either Idaho or northeastern California. I totally forgot to switch the camera over. Y'all, why didn't you tell me? Now you can see who's calling. But I'm trying to get K0 Lee, but they're not coming back at me. And I really want to try Chris, AE4XO again. Probably going to run everybody off trying Chris. Chris, I'm trying you one more time, bud, and then we're going to have to hang it up, I bet. So we've got Delta November. We have an Echo Mike 73, which is either Echo Mike 73. Which direction do they go in? I think that's just north of me a little bit. No, Echo Mike. I'm Echo Mike 81. No, that's south of me. So that's in Florida probably somewhere. Oh, there's that breeze. Ooh, that feels good. Echo Mike 73 is just west. It is the Georgia-Alabama border around Columbus, Georgia. And there's a stink bug on the table. All right, Chris, we're gonna have to quit. You must not be receiving me. I'm gonna go for KD7DY in Delta November 13. Delta November 13 is a split between California and the Potato State. Wait, is that California or does California? No, that is possibly Oregon. It's hard to tell. The color blindness of this map that I'm looking at from ICOM does not make it very easy to see. Ooh. All right, we're going to have to call CQ again because, oh, they may come back now. Watch this. Now that they finished their QSO, they may come back. K04, Zulu Mike Lima. K0DTM. I've seen them hunting, or not really hunting, but I've seen them on FTA quite a bit. Chris, who are you working? There we go, KD7DY, we got you now in the log. I'm not seeing any other call signs that I'm super familiar with. Oh, has he been? Okay, all right. Let's see if we can get him on the live stream. Let me work these last two here. Delta November 30. I was trying to show you guys the let's do another window capture. Chrome. For some reason, Chrome is not showing on the screen, and I don't know why. That is weird. They did not receive my Roger 73. The chances of PZNC people keep finding me, and this person is killing me with a receive 02. If we can get them in the log, I can move. There's K4WSP. I know they're doing parts on the air. Charlie Oscar 6 XDX. Is that parts on the air too? CO. Did I say KO? I meant CO. No, it doesn't look like it. All right, we got a 73. Finally. Okay. We're going to take a break. He says 7.258. Let's go to 7. Let's see if I can hear him. I can't hear him. Huh? Let me go check my phone real quick. What's up, Dan?
How long are you gonna be there?
Until you get here.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It'll probably be 30, 45 minutes till we get up there.
Well, come on. I'm not going to live stream the whole time, but I know you got some stuff from PP Man for me.
No, not yet. The package ain't come yet.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, come on down. We'll do a voice activation.
That'll work.
All right, cool. I'll stick around.
All right, see you.
All right, bye. All right, looks like we're going to have a... all right, so let me put my phone back up. That probably killed my stream. My phone has 28% life, and I did not bring a phone charger. So, go to 10 meters and just see what's going on. Just for the fun of it. Yeah, I could not hear James at all. Just for fun, let's see who's on 10 meters. I mean, there's some signals on 10 meters. I don't know what good they're going to be, but there are signals on 10 meters. There's a truck creeping by. Keep on creeping as I sit here on my computer in a park. Okay, there is some action on 10 meters. So, do I want to TX even or TX odd? I'm going to TX in the odd position this time. So, find me a nice clear spot. Everybody's bunched up in the middle. Oh, we got to turn that monitor off. I don't want to hear that. All right, we're going to 10 meter FT8. Let's see what we can do with 10 meter FT8. I'm going to respot myself at 28.074. Waiting for another op to arrive. We'll have 3 operators. If who shows up, shows up. All right, now we got some California going on. DM79. DM79 is not West Coast. DM79 is very tippy top United States. Maybe DM, no. Tippy top of Colorado. So, we got the tippy top of Colorado in there. I don't know why Chrome is being stupid. I want to show this picture. The USA grid square map. I know we've been live streaming. We've still got quite a few folks in here. Thank you guys for sticking around and just hanging out with me while we play POTA. I'm taking a break because I need to turn off monitor. I do not want to hear that sound. Yep, we're just sitting here live streaming a Parks on the Air activation. My phone will die. I'm going to have to borrow a phone charger probably from Dan, unless there's one in my bag back here. I'll go look. I probably do need to plug it in. All right, 10 meters is booming. I mean, there's a lot of people there. Now, whether or not I can make a QSO happen here is a whole nother situation altogether. Image. This is the map, Scott. And we're going to go to Browse and go to Downloads. Okay, if you're on a big screen TV, you can see this now. DM65, Delta Mike 65 is New Mexico, it looks like. So I get an idea with the grid squares where we're hitting with this pattern that we have going on here. So now we're starting to get off into the West Coast. And if I'm not mistaken, technicians can play radio. They can do digital on 10 meters. So if you're a technician, fire it up. All right, let's see if we can get KI6BWO. I'm going to have to leave this unattended for just a minute. This can is driving me nuts. Okay, that is why people complain about FT8, is because you can go walk off and do something, like take a tinkle in the woods. I'm not adding grid tracker. I got rid of grid tracker. Too many programs open on my computer. Hey, Cobra right there. I tried to get a QSL card from KC0BRA. I never saw it. That was 75 cents that I flushed because they have a really cool, supposedly a really cool call sign, QSL card. ZD7CTO. Is that New Zealand? See who else we can get. We're going to offer this part to the world. 45 watts to a Kilo Oscar 4 Fox Sierra Zulu antenna. And I'm going to put ko4fsz.com for the Hiker 100 watt antenna. I believe that he said about 2 weeks ago he was going to redo his website just a little bit to K7NWF. You found me. To reorganize his antennas. Now, I'm starting to get some ideas about some things to carry in my store at w1rcp.com. Right now, I have stickers and I have keys, and 3D printed keys, which it is not economical for me to build them and sell them because then they get expensive. So I've got a couple left in stock right now as of the live stream, but when they're gone, they're gone. And I have my own design. Now, Jonathan Kane's design, you can go get that off of printables. You look up Jonathan Kane, 3D printed Morse code CW paddle. Any combination of those words, you can find his free STLs, and he is going to do an updated version. I don't think, last I checked, I don't think that I posted my updated one yet. I should go look at printables and find out. So on my limited internet, printables.com, let's go see if I did post. So I go to my profile and go to 3D models. We're calling CQ POTA. No, ZS6CVL is South Africa. Okay. I don't see anybody that I know over AB6BR. I'm familiar with that call sign. Looks like N9IV came over to 10 meters too. So we're leading people up, it seems. I can't take credit for that. Okay, so if I were to go to here, we added the map to that one. So I'm going to go to here. I'm going to delete. Oh, we got N7 Michael Jordan in the log. Let's see, window capture. Good. In RC4, no, OBS Studio that I use. All right, we're working November 2, Charlie Sierra Golf and Delta Mike 33. Let's do a fade really quick. Give me just a second. Let me let's move this up. Let's move that down. November 2, Charlie Sierra Golf is in the log. All right, good deal. Control Z that. Nope. Control Y that. Oh, shoot, I messed up. I messed up. Got a 73. We'll call CQ again. Okay, transform. How about we say center to screen? Nope, my web browser has disappeared. There we go. All right, we'll fade away for just a minute. I'll show you guys some of the projects that I do have on here. For the original Nano VNA, I have a small case that you can print for that. If you print it out of PETG, it doesn't melt. I have a mini straight key, tiny Moors that you can print if you just want something novel. Comfort-wise, totally not comfortable to use. It's too small. You need to tape it down or something of the sort to be able to use that. But I did use it on an activation. I have this antenna roll winder, which is great for winding antennas or coax if you reuse your 3D filament empty spools, your spent spools. And so we have a 73, we have a KH-CM97, Kilo Hotel 2 Sierra radio. Charlie Mike 97 is just above the elbow, way below the funny bone of California. And I have an Anderson power pole chassis mount for 2 stack. Your settings on your printer must be solid to get that to work. The nut and the threads on the nut and the back of it, I've only made it work once. There have been 50 downloads. Nobody has given it any stars, so I'm afraid that they're not happy with it. I have a butterfly-shaped antenna winder. I usually print some of these and send them out for free every once in a while. But this right here is my updated version. It is a remix of the Jonathan Cain key. And I have not sent anybody this one yet. Because, again, it is quite the bear to put together. My labor, it just makes it where you could buy a metal POTA jig key for practically the same price. But I do have some of these made. They are in stock on my website. I'm not going to make any more after that if you do want one. But this is what they look like. There are double Z bearings inside of this, and I super glued magnets to the end of these screws so that it is magnet return, and you can adjust it on both sides using those magnets. And the rest of it is fairly similar to Jonathan Cain's. I redrew the whole thing based on the dimensions of his. I only made a couple of changes. Now we got Kilo 6 Echo Golf Mike coming up, but I am going to start putting kits together for this with 3D printed parts in some of them, but these are the parts. If you go buy these, you're going to spend $100. So if you buy the kit, it's a little bit better. I don't know what Sharpenty is. Sharpenty is the, okay, never mind. I see what we're looking at now. So again, these are some of the things that I've been working on at w1rcp.com to try to fund the hobby of ham radio and just having fun, you know? So we're going to switch back now to, we've made a couple extra contacts while I was showing you that. Someone's listening to some good music over there. As soon as Dan rolls in, I am going to end the live and stop the stream, and then we'll call it a day. How about them apples? This park, I have quite a few QSOs from this park. If we go look up US-2195, out of the 19,000 QSOs out here, Eddie and I own right at 10,000, a little over 10,000 of them. Toby, Alpha Delta 2 Charlie Delta, has 207 QSOs with this particular park. The next one on the list is WD4 Dan, 194. That's because we've parked apart each other to death out here. Kilo 8 Golf Quebec, 173 is number 3 on the list. N3 XLS Joe, 158. And Alpha Echo 4 X-Ray Oscar, 150. So I'm probably going to just hit Halt TX here. I believe we're going to call this the stream of digital, and I'm going to go find something else to do. In the meantime, I'm going to run to the restroom before it starts raining, and then Dan should be here shortly, and we can do an activation there. So 40 meter folks, if you're in range of 40 meters, I'm going to get on 40 meters in just a minute and just pad the log a smidge. So nobody is calling me back. That is good. I'm going to fire up AC log now. Oh, no. We just got somebody that found me. I was a little short on the draw there, KI6QDB. Get you on the next round. All right, here it comes. You are negative 19. You were negative 16 that time, so you're on the up and up. Yep, so here we go. We're going to get KI6QDB in the log. Boom. 10 meters. Hey, absolutely. Yep, I'm about to wrap the stream up. Glad you stuck around. Whiskey 1, Bravo X-Ray India, thank you so much for hanging out with us. I say us. There, everybody else in the chat too. The wind has shifted, so it is about to rain again, I can tell. Oh no, we're having to double tap. So, this is the battery that we've been using, is the 100 amp hour Red Odeo. There's still 60 amp hours left in there. That has been a boss hog of a radio. Now that CE6, CE3 riff station faded off into the wild blue yonder. Okay. KI6 QDB must be happy or faded out. All right, y'all, we are going to quickly give a shout out to the channel members. So this was live FT8 and digital from POTA US-2195. And if it wasn't for these channel members, Toby, Alpha Delta 2, Charlie Delta, Ham Radio Hobby N3PEM, WD4 DAN, who's actually headed out here right now, Kilo Oscar 4, Fox Sierra Zulu Hamtenas, And he just upgraded. If you go look at some of the recent past videos and the videos coming up, he's going to be in a different spot on those that I've already edited and posted. I have videos going all the way through mid-October scheduled already. So stay tuned. Give them a watchy watch. And Georgia Parks and Propagation, Alpha Echo 4 X-Ray Oscar, stayed with us for the majority of the stream. And he is a top-tier fan of growth for the W1RCP YouTube channel. And with that, I thank you all for sticking with it, even through the junk through the beginning where we didn't have a decent stream. And y'all have a great one. I see somebody N3 Ben spotted, so I'm going to go chase them. With that, I'm going to stop the recording and end the broadcast. 73 from W1RCP.